It's the terrible secret life of pets. I haven't talked about Illumination movies enough, but I think there's something pretty impressive to be said about the fact that I just instinctively knew to physically avoid watching their movies in the cinema, even without being properly in the movie space back in the day. But the after effect of that choice now has me here, where there's all these Illumination projects that I just outright haven't seen. Millions of others have suffered and profits have been through the roof, but I know not the suffering that awaits. So let's start it now. This film was so good it got a sequel, huh? Maybe we'll cover that next year. For now, let's dive into our first watch of what can only be accurately described as the terrible secret life of pets. Please have mercy on me.
Illumination!
Wow, what a vulgar logo. And hey, those are the Toy Story clouds! So we begin floating through the city of New York as some Windows Movie Maker looking text fades onto the screen. What's the generic mainstream music playing along the background? Welcome to New York by Taylor Swift. I actually didn't know this song, so let me tell you some of the lyrics. Welcome to New York, it's been waiting for you. Welcome to New York, welcome to New York, welcome to New York. Nope, welcome to New York, it's been waiting for you. Welcome to New York, welcome to New York. Welcome to New York, 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 welcome to New York. I'd love to play the actual audio, but even this broken robot version of Taylor Swift probably has a way to crack down on the video then. Still, what quality. Very fitting. Time to meet our protagonist dog.
I'm Max.
About as generic as it gets. Actually, the most generic from all the list of most popular dog names I can find. Man, marketing for the lowest common denominator is easy. This dog is head over heels for his owner, but also has the unique trait of every common dog in existence. He chews shoes, is scared of thunder, and apparently has dates with his human on the skyrise of New York. You know, relatable. There's just one conundrum. Every single day, his owner leaves for the day.
Oh, come on!
And I can picture the middle-aged mothers giggling now. Turns out every pet has to go through this. It's a citywide phenomenon, and each one deals with it differently. This is the part of Secret Life of Pets everybody knows. I know this bit. It was all the trailer footage, the kick-up of viral videos made out of this one concept. And you know what? I don't hate this. It plays out like a fun short. I wouldn't exactly call this Pixar, but it's fun music and great character moments. The Tweety Bird pretends to be a jet plane using a fan. That's a great sprinkling of creativity there. Then there's the fat cat. She eats. Yeah, that one's not too smart. Giving us a sprinkle of flashes instead. But don't worry, we slowed down this footage. But still, I like the reaction to the cake though. Mel here preps neatly to go barking mad at a squirrel. It's a bit too stupid for my tastes, but sure, dogs are stupid sometimes. This damn sausage dog was absolutely everywhere for a time. Honestly, I'm surprised to see the extended clip doesn't catch his tail or something. And then, final one, this poodle actually likes rock music. Hee hee ha ha. And that was The Secret Life of Pets, a relatable, quirky, fun short. What, this goes on? What do you mean there's another 75 minutes? What more is there to cover? This doesn't need to be a movie. As a short, it's perfect. We don't need any more than this. So Chloe now intrudes on Max's house, but she's a fat cat, so she struggles through the window. Oh, that joke never gets old. Then comes in Tweety and Mel, the guinea pig from before, and Buddy the sausage dog. Everyone knows each other, and they play ball, because that's what dogs do. And the cat, they chase the laser. Yeah. And then the scene ends. It's just dog play ball, cat chase laser. Relatable. And then it's the end of the day, and Katie's back with a surprise.
Oh, Max, this is Duke.
Oh no, it's this plotline again. You know, Garfield. Except this guy is much bigger and harder to fling around. Duke here does all the things, getting credit, bursting balls, taking the bed, and actually clicking on to what's happening. Oh, that's slightly different.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
It's not that refreshing, but I guess I'll take whatever I can. And Duke isn't dumb. He's more than happy to threaten Max's place as he's desperate, being homeless before this. And the icing on the cake, he'll now claim both beds for the dogs. Truly the worst roommates. So the next day, Max heads on up the building to come to Chloe. Why is she not coming down today, or anyone else making an appearance? To tell her his woes.
Dog people do weird, inexplicable things like They get dogs instead of cats?
Alright, now we're on to the cliche dogs versus cats topic. This is such easy bait. Chloe then goes on to say that Max's friendship with Katie is essentially over. Why? Well, because...
Okay, and as your friend, I gotta be honest with you, I don't care about you or your problems.
Which, fair. And then it's next scene again. These are going quick. So with no real solutions, Duke continues to abuse his powers before spotting that old guinea pig again. Leading to an epiphany. Duke will leave if he gets in trouble. Time to trash the place and blame it on the big reckless dog. Suddenly, the power is completely swapped. Well, that was easy. Next scene. Already. It's another Bee Gees walking scene done many times before, except this isn't no ordinary Bee Gees. This is a modern remix. Why would you do this? Which of the 3 brain cells provoked you to take this direction? And the twerking as well? So we arrive at the dog park. The dog walker here somehow successfully flirting with the most awful pickup line I've ever heard.
Your hat is the best hat I've ever seen.
But apparently it works. So Max is left leashed. Time for some dog park jokes. Honestly, it's nice to see more done with the concept. I thought we were done. I like the dog getting pulled back constantly, interrupting him, and that's all they had. I don't own a dog. Is there really nothing else to joke about at dog parks? Either way, Duke is forced to do more of Max's bidding. Now to grab sticks. Until eventually breaking free by running through the streets with Max's lead in his mouth. What am I meant to take from this? Why not some calming song to juxtapose the flying dog? But no, generic mainstream music that's already 3 years old, huh? Anyway, Duke's big plan is to chuck Max into a bin. I guess he is kind of simple-minded, but oh no, there are those from the alleyway. Are we sure this isn't just every Pets movie ever? Alley cats, oh so many of them. They steal their leashes, can't be opposed, and just as quickly go to attack them both. Until Animal Control immediately appear onto the scene and capture them. This really is the Garfield movie. Where's the electric collars?
He sure is flipping for you.
And Dog Walker Guy doesn't care enough to notice.
See you tomorrow, Guillermo.
You know it.
Guillermo? His name is Guillermo? He rolled a 20 on Romantic Ventures and his name is Guillermo? This isn't relatable. Oh, okay, it's Guillermo, not just Guillermo. I'd never heard that name before, personally. I thought it matched his nerdy vibe. And this is your cue to subscribe so far. See our stats, check our links, or head over to our Twitch, as we'll be on a YouTube hiatus through January. Look at this demo schedule I have planned, so follow us to keep up. So Max and Duke are stuck in the van. There's a scary dog on the other side, and Duke is afraid that going to the pound again means it's the end of the line. And Max is apparently sympathetic about this, despite literally today wanting to find ways to send him off. Or did the power grab make him accept Duke's existence? This character analysis is over, much like this scene. It's basically just 3 beats. These guys really milk that audience retention time. These are like micro scenes. It's time for a new character. This is Gidget. She's actually poked her head throughout this film up to this point. I just skipped her. She stays in a little apartment that seems to have a view of just about everything. It sees Max's place, the path of the dog walker, and these bumbling idiots by a tree. She's always pining for Max, talking about him at every turn, but forget her. I want to review this movie, La Passion de la Passion. I mean, look at some of this.
Maria, your face. It wears 1,000 sorrows. What is wrong? Save him. Save him!
I honestly, at this point, could probably legit sit down for 90 minutes and watch parodical overacting. But anyway, Gidget is reminded of Max and learns he's missing, so jumps into action to come to the rescue.
Yes! Yes! I am my true love!
And I can't unhear it, honestly, but Gidget's voice belongs to the same voice actor as Bellwether, a villain from Zootropolis. Though in this movie, the direction makes her voice a little more grating. Man, can you believe we'd had 3 scenes with Animal Control and still not reached the building yet? Well, we're not getting there anytime soon as they bump into a bunny on the road. Well, they certainly got to the point faster than Hoodwinked did. And then out of the sewers comes a lizard and marked pig. I actually really like how there is no context here. It's like we missed their introduction, but no, this is their introduction. Certainly not what I was expecting. And you know what? I really like this scene. The music is original, in sync with the action, there's fun moments, and it all comes together quite nicely. The bunny nibbles a key out of his carrot, and swinging along the roads, the van propels a dog with a fire hydrant. That's a great gag, before finally crashing in an alleyway. Apparently I like it most when the characters just stop talking. And with Max and Duke about to die, they agree to join the anti-human gang by claiming they killed their owner. As for Gidget,
Max,
yeah, she's fine. And then actually, she gets beckoned by a voice. It's Marlin from Finding Nemo. Tiberius, the clearly evil bird. But Gidget being Gidget steps over all the bones and sets him free, only to get attacked. But then he plays the sympathy card.
I don't fully trust you.
And Gidget actually sets him free? And now he means it? It's just killer instincts that's to blame? Genuinely? Weird. And Tiberius genuinely wants to have a best friend, imagining Gidget riding on his back mid-flight. What is going on? Well, it works. And Gidget sends Tiberius off to search for Max. This is not at all where I saw this scene going. So Max and Duke are now down in the sewers with a snake password barrier for an opportunity for Kevin Hart, yes, the bunny is Kevin Hart by the way, to shout about passwords. And after that, they see the scope of the flushed pets. Scary. And to fit in, they have to tell the gory details of how they killed their owner.
I was like,
Well, we were like, take that. Yeah, stupid owner.
This isn't even funny. And they say a second version, it's also not funny. But the others accept, so it's time for initiation. Hey, how's Tiberius doing? He's back with info. That ugly cheese-textured looking cat from the alleyway.
I ain't saying nothing.
Apparently this guy fears nothing. Not heights, not being mauled by the clawed predator, but having the fluffy thing slap him a few times and...
Let me finish. Ow! Help me! Ow!
How the hell did that work? And also, how on earth does he know that they went to the sewers? They drove like 1,000,000 miles away. But sure, plot's gotta plot somehow. Just please stop showing us this angle, it makes me uncomfortable. Initiation time, it's the snake bite. Apparently, Max and Duke are to be ceremoniously bitten by the sacred viper, who leans right up and out. Horrifying. But right before impact, all is randomly stopped by some cats.
Domestics? Yeah, we just jumped those two in the alley.
And with that Deus Ex Machina, their lies are exposed. Time to run. Or, I guess, fight. Duke grabs the viper by the tail and spins it round and round. I'm not sure physics quite work like that, but it clears them all out pretty effectively, as does a cartoony gag attack. Sure, it's fun. I'll allow it. Time to really run. Again, another highlight to me. It's original music next to some creative imagery, like this Cooper kickoff. Until they're cornered at a sewer fall and jump right off. You know, I'm pretty sure like the crocodiles can follow or something, but whatever. So we're back to Gidget again in her perfect white apartment. Now apparently hunting up all those other pet friends. Yeah, remember them? They've all been gone for a good 20 minutes of runtime now, which is a lot. This is a short film. She wants to bring everyone together to help find Max, and the little anxious guy refuses. Did they just use an entire human door? But everyone else agrees, with more of the cliche pep talk stuff.
Who pulled me down? When you were fixed? Who taught you to sit the comfortable way?
Max did.
Max did!
You know how this goes. And even the guinea pig joins. His voice actor's gotta get paid somehow. But apparently he knows when he's in danger when Duke is charging him, but giant predatory hawk? Nah, he seems nice.
I like this bird.
Okay. So Duke and Max are eventually spat out into the waters and struggle onto a ferry. And hey, the rest of the gang finally show up. In the wrong tube? What kind of anti-plot armor is this? So now all the pets are united and searching. And you know what? This ain't bad. In fact, and I know it's blasphemous to say, but this sausage dog is kind of reminding me of Slinky right now. It's the kind of thing he would do. And the lack of lines or music is pretty Pixar-y until he opens his mouth.
let's go!
And so they arrive at a party event in an apartment with little owner presents. It's a creative premise, I'll give them that. What's the breadth of creativity here? Kitten darts, apparently. Cool. dog sniffing circle, classic. Toilet drinking chugging challenge, yeah, I guess I can see that. And the rock joke again. Yeah, you lost me. So they're all here to see Pops, an old dog that knows all. But first, Chloe the cat has to go through some sort of over-the-top cartoon sequence. Does it have an impact on anything? No. In fact, specifically being covered in Cheetos and cake is immediately gone because she's important to the next bit.
What a waste of time.
Pops is an old, blind, and disabled dog. Kind of a cool character design. They're really running with all sorts of pets. And after hearing Chloe's voice and not recognizing she's not a dog, Pops does all he can to help. Gotta love the horny old man character. And how do you end a party of pets? The vacuum cleaner. Actually not the worst gag in the world. Though I guess if you're narratively important, then you have an immunity to it or something? Like Mel didn't fall for it? I'm surprised this wasn't a fancy transition. Ah, too much effort. We keep things basic here at Illumination. I mean, look at this next scene. Max and Duke are now free but hungry. They fail to get a sandwich, don't check the leftover bag, and debate that instinct will kick in, or that they're actually not descendants of wolves.
Where did we come from? And the mom said, woof. And the kid was like, oh, wolves?
But like, is that funny? Why is this here? And the Duke smells sausages, and then the scene ends. Somehow the plotline with the main characters has become the boring one. That's impressive. Let's see the Toy Story 2-esque ensemble group again then. Pops now lures them to the top of a building.
This is Puffball, it's Wiener Dog, Yellowbird, Eagle Eye.
This also isn't funny. Barely a joke. More like an observation. But he leads them to a secret passage to the sewers. Down. Yet somehow the cat is the most cautious one despite famously not being worried about heights. Still, it's highlight music time again. Why is the bird still attached to this thing? And I like all of these real brands a little less because of this. The catastrophe has now become a viral video because of course it has in this basic movie. No, it doesn't go anywhere else. And hey, it's Guillermo again. I don't know why I liked his cameo appearance. Maybe I'm being converted. And that bowling sound effect, I gotta say, I appreciate. You know what this really gives me cravings for? Sim City. Just the perfect white and blue cityscape vibes. Or maybe I should play Mirror's Edge. Anyway, they finally make it down to the sewers through a construction site.
It's poo-poo with a dash of caca.
Yeah, I definitely prefer it when they don't talk in this movie. So Max and Duke finally follow that sausage scent, what a detour on story, reaching the Wiener Kingdom, the factory of sausages. Sneaking through security without a problem, enjoying the entire process and falling right into an acid trip.
Come on, boys.
Ah yes, I too have been to a greasy British nightclub after 1 AM. It's a complete sausage fest. All singing some mainstream song as the dogs are in paradise. I don't know why this is here, to keep kids' attention I guess? And to try and recreate the magic of the Minions maybe? And now the ensemble have made it to the sewers. They're besides the flushed pets gang.
Don't you worry, Viper! You will not be forgotten!
I think it turns out Pops wanted to talk to Viper, but now he just wants to leave, so maybe this was just a worthless scene. But not before Gidget realizes the bunny hates Max and so has to make her stance known, because brain cells.
He's my friend, and some might say my boyfriend.
And just like that, they all run away, catching none of them except the guinea pig in the piping.
Advantage me! Uh-oh.
Why? Why? Why did you have to do that? So Max and Duke, they're off of their sausage high now, and like the cliche plotline entails, now they're good buddies. Still think they kind of started off a little early and it's been a bit quick, but sure, they've grown on each other by now. Okay, that arc is done in 1 hour's time. So what's the plan for the next 20 minutes? A whole new plot and revelation, of course. As it turns out, Duke wasn't homeless beforehand, he used to have an owner. Having a whole Jesse-style backstory. I'm sorry I keep bringing up Toy Story 2, but really, Duke had an owner for most of his life. No, he didn't kill him in the chair like I first thought. He ran away one day chasing a butterfly and never found his way back. Time for the next step for that revelation. Unless his owner's dead by now, like a real Pixar gut punch. Guess we'll find out. The ensemble are out of the sewers and don't even realize the guinea pig is missing. People are disheartened, but Gidget demands they all push forwards. You know, these guys have lost a lot of character that they had in the early scenes, but whatever.
I don't like it. Oh. sassafras and murder.
Why now are you having trouble? You've not had a blip this entire time. For a half-assed gag? Come on. And now that Max and Duke have a new arc, they're just immediately back at Duke's place. It was seriously this easy to return the entire time? Well, then why didn't he do it before? Duke then begins stalling, nervous. But as he gets closer, he sees the car is different. And there's a cat there now. Oh no, was I actually right?
Fred, the old guy? He died.
Oh my god, I'm actually right! Pixar doesn't have a real death like that towards the end. They save that just for the start. Duke now lashes out at everyone else, including the next family who calls for help and then immediately gets it from animal control seconds later. There's a lot of logic leaping here. What's going on? Duke makes one last save for Max and tells him to run on home without him. Stakes, I guess. And finally, these segmented groups are coming together. The bunny has his crew on the streets and spots Max chasing the van, only to intervene and lose some of his crew to animal control as well. Brain cells.
We gotta join forces, man.
Why are you so suddenly happy about all of this? And so just like that, they hijack a bus! How on earth did they just hijack a bloody bus? Bunny drives, Max hits the pedal, and the references are very, very subtle. Fun fact, I can't cover Sing 2 this year because it's delayed in the UK to January. Oh no. And so the bus comes crashing down as it kicks the van off the bridge.
There he is! He's got snowball!
Wait, so was everyone just waiting on the bridge somehow? No, but seriously, where did they all suddenly come from? And they don't trust that Max is on their side, cornering him instead. So everyone else comes in instead. How did they find him? And Gidget suddenly has super powerful fighting attacks despite literally being the weakest dog species. That's the joke, I get it, but it's still very overdone? Lazy? Why couldn't literally anyone else do anything either? You have a killer instinct hawk, and her technique has a lot of... But Max is free. Time to save those in the van. Or just Duke, because everyone else is fine. There's broken glass on the bottom, nice. Keys on the other side to open the cage, and the windscreen wipers are knocking them looser. Not a bad trap. But it's too late and the van careens into the water. It's one of those climaxes. Also done before, but sure. The keys are lost and Max has to watch as the life in Duke's eyes slowly fade away. Cue credits. Oh, except... That's not cool, actually. And why are they on the same side now? When did the bunny wake up? But as the dogs are fully submerged, Snowball here comes in clutch, magically finding the key and getting it to them in one fell swoop. Why is he helping out some dirty domestics? Because they're on the same side to get the others out of the van that are already, out of the van. Guess kids just don't like when there are villains in their movies or something. And all are happy. Though I don't know what this old fart is doing. And then they call a pig taxi. What? How? How can everyone just hijack a car now? Well, all the animals drive off with it anyway. Guess the gang are pro-domestics in general now? Max and Gidget get together because, well, as Max put it, he didn't notice her.
Until they're beating up dozens of animals on the Brooklyn Bridge.
There's no real romantic chemistry or anything. They barely even shared screen time. But sure, unrequited love can just be turned around for the story arc. As can an entire hatred of humans when a child comes in to cuddle Snowball with love. That dude's about to be flushed away again within 6 months, I'm telling you now. But of course, the movie ends exactly as you'd expect now. Mainstream music kicks on in, all the pets return to their apartment perfectly in time for their owner's arrival, and everyone is none the wiser. Even the guinea pig finds his apartment again. It's a wholesome sequence of every type of pet and their happy times with their owners. Aww. Finishing off, of course, with Katie returning to her 2 dogs, with another romantic date view overlooking the New York skyline, leaving us to really ask the true question, what kind of landlords own these properties? I could never imagine pets being allowed so thoroughly. Now that's some fiction. Did we really need all this movie? No. Really, you can cut out everything between this, the short viral hits at the start, and the ending. Maybe at most you can keep this one line that's the closest call to swearing I've ever heard in a kid's movie before.
Squirrels are little shifty little guys. No.
Everything else is actually pretty on beat to everything you could expect. All the meat of the story is the Garfield movie. A new dog, a rivalry, other animals, animal control, evil crew, heart to heart, dead human. That's a requirement in kids' films, right? And getting back home completely inconspicuously. This was pretty basic. Illumination hitting for the lowest common denominator with all the baity, relatable moments it could find. Viral videos for that one moment. Cliche plots, cause who needs originality? There were sprinkles of creativity with some of the gags coming with the premise, but also clear signs of running out of gags, and so many shoehorned pieces to move things around. Dog walker Guillermo, who has a romantic interest just to leave a leash on Max and never come back to. Animals and people teleporting to be on site when needed. Alliances that don't make sense, or just skipping kind of crucial details to just grab a taxi or bus. Everyone in the ensemble just becomes empty after a while. Tiberius doesn't get a best friend ending, you know? They really shoehorned in Duke's old owner, and then they actually just kill him so that there is no ending for him, no arc, just come back home, you dumb new character dog you. I said it before, but the best bits are when they don't talk. The highlight is the original music, in sync with the action. I like that. It's stupid, but also very, very successful. This movie does wonders for profits, wonders for reviews, and it ends on a great wholesome beat so you leave the cinemas with a smile on your face. It is doctored that way. It's safe, it's silly, it's faking it to make it, and it's certainly made a lot. But that's just Illumination in a nutshell. I wonder what they possibly did for the sequel next year. For now, my name's been Dazz. You didn't really care. I'ma go play some Sim City and Mirror's Edge, and I'll see you in a bit.
What a waste of time.